Welcome everyone to our brand new facility here at the Water and Wastewater Department. This utility shed has been built because of the need, but some of the features that this building has, I think, are pretty astonishing, and we want to share some of those with you today. So I want to thank everybody that has been able to show up today. We've got some of the key people that were involved in the construction of this facility behind me, and we're going to hear a little bit about all of the cool features, as I said, that this building has. One of my favorite things is the fact that we have the largest solar array in the area on the top of this building, 130 kilowatts, and they're going to talk a little bit about this. So at this time, I'd like to introduce Doug Stengel from Northwind Renewable Energy to touch on the solar installation, again, largest in the area, to talk about some of the cool features there. Doug?
Hi. Thank you, Mayor Wiesa. I'm honored and excited to be here today to celebrate the City of Stevens Point's new garage and the solar array that's on the roof. Would also like to be remiss if I didn't say thank you to Joel Lemke, the Director of Public Utilities here at the city, as well as all the staff here. They've been an absolute pleasure to work with, and we couldn't be happier with them. Also like to thank Myron Construction for their leadership on the project, and additionally, we'd like to also always thank Focus on Energy. They provided some of the funding for the array that is on the roof. And I definitely would be remiss if I didn't thank my installation crew from Northwind Renewable Energy. They did an amazing job in some sometimes difficult conditions installing the array on the roof here. So the solar array that's up on the roof is comprised of 380 solar modules, which produce DC or direct current electricity. Then there are 2 inverters on the roof that change that direct current electricity over to the AC or alternating current electricity that we use in the building here. The solar array is expected to produce approximately 140,000 kilowatt hours in a year, which would produce about $11,000 worth of electricity. Or to put it another way, that's enough to power about 17 homes. But this solar array is much more than just the equipment that creates the clean electricity. It's a great example of local government leading the way. Solar power is an opportunity for local governments to lead by producing their own clean energy and protecting the city against rising electric costs for the next 30 years. Perhaps most importantly, we face a changing climate that is influenced heavily by our reliance on burning fossil fuels. But clean solar power is a real and tangible way for local government to lead us into a bright future. So thank you to the City of Stevens Point for leading the way, and thank you for all being here today.
You know, and what Doug said is absolutely true. I like to think of Stevens Point as being very conservation-oriented, always looking for ways to reduce our carbon footprint, to increase efficiencies, and take care of our planet. And this is one of the ways that we're going to be leading through example. The water and wastewater facility has been a front runner in that for a very long time, and I brag about this wherever I go. Across the street we have our treatment facility. Well, that treatment creates methane gas. We've captured that methane gas, we filter it, and we use it to power a biogas generator, which supplies almost 98% of the electricity that the facility uses. That's been in place for a while. We're looking at going a step further and putting a drying operation to create a Class A biosolid, which is actually a marketable fertilizer product called Milorganite. So we're really not about treating as much as we are about reclaiming and repurposing that. This is just another fine example. I want to thank Northwind Renewable Energy, and now I would like to introduce the primary contractor for this construction, Travis from Myron Construction. Travis?
Thank you, Mayor. Hello, everyone. My name is Travis Fleece, and I'm the project manager for Myron Construction. The Stevens Point Water Department Utility Garage showcases building components that were selected with sustainability, longevity, and minimal maintenance in mind. This facility features 2 other sustainable building systems I will brief you on, aside from the solar panel system Doug covered. One is common and one is uncommon and completely unique to this project. The common system is the LED lighting that you see around us. And what makes this newsworthy is focused on energies and that they were able to return over $6,000 to the water department for the sustainable design. The unique building system the utility garage features is part of the heating and cooling system and how the non-potable water is supplied and utilized with the heating and cooling equipment. The garage will transfer heat energy from a non-potable water line piped from the treatment facility across the street. Water from this line will run through a heat exchanger and a heat recovery chiller using variable refrigerant flow that will effectively heat this main garage area and be able to cool the office area behind you. This system will save a tremendous amount of heat energy that otherwise would have been lost. The non-potable water line will also be used in the in-floor heating system. There is roughly 4 miles of tubing underneath your feet. This tubing will carry the recirculated water throughout the entire parking area of this garage. This heat recirculated by the in-floor system will increase the thermal efficiency of the building and is another sustainable design to highlight. I'd like to take a moment and just mention that it takes a collective effort of many, many people to put together a project like this. Myron Construction would like to thank everyone who has been a part of completing the Stevens Point Water Department Utility Garage. The Water Department itself has been tremendous to work with. Joel, Eric, you and your entire staff have been quick to make decisions, helpful, and overall a pleasure to work with. Thank you. Now on to the engineers of the project. And you might not hear contractors say this all that often, so I'm glad you're recording this. Sean Ramus with Donahue and the rest of the Donahue staff have been great to work with. They've been available, quick to respond, and proactive. Thank you. We would like to thank our subcontractors for their hard work, especially our local subcontractors. Northwind Renewable Energy, Stachinski Excavation, and Badger Heating Cooling. Thank you. Lastly, I would like to take a moment to thank our internal Myron team for a job well done. Thank you to our tradespeople, iron workers, masons, carpenters, and laborers. Thank you to our superintendents, Sam Wilson and Jeremy Volk, who they lead the battlefront for us day to day, and they pave the way for us to complete this job. Nicole Matuzak, she's our project accountant and project administrator. I'd like to thank her for dealing with my thousands of questions and many, many emails. Mike Schmidt is our project executive. I'd like to thank you for being here, Mike, and thank you for always making yourself available when the team needed it. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
So you may have noticed some of the really cool features regarding energy conservation. You've noticed that the lights have begun to dim. That's part of the energy savings. These are all set on motion sensors. So unless we all dance around, the lights will track down and eventually go out. Maybe we can get someone to cycle the lights right now just so it doesn't happen for the next 10 minutes or so. I think it's about 10 minutes. It's roughly a 10-minute cycle. So it's part of the energy savings that we've had. We put motion sensor lights in our fire department and our police department. They've all been able to save electricity. So you only use the lights when you need them. So that's just another one of those amazing features. I want to thank Myron Construction and all of the contractors, all of the employees, the hundreds of people that put time and effort into creating this facility. I want to point out that afterwards we have a time lapse of the construction that's going to be available in the break room along with some refreshments. We invite people to stick around. We can give you a quick tour. If anyone wants more information on this facility or any of the things that we do in the water and wastewater department that I've talked about with that biogas generator and the recapturing, I will be available. Our director, Joel Lemke, will be available. Representatives from Myron, Donahue, and Northwind Renewable Energies will be available for questions afterwards as well. But take your time and find out about this facility because it's one of the coolest things I think we've created here in Stevens Point recently. And now, the really cool part, we have many members of the Portage County Business Council here, some of their ambassadors, and they have a presentation and we're going to do an official ribbon cutting. So Jen Bloom from the Business Council, come on up.
I'm going to give you these business cards, even though I know you know all of us already.
Got them.
Good afternoon, all. On behalf of the Portage County Business Council's Ambassador Club, I want to congratulate everyone involved with this project. We're so excited to be here today. There are a lot of ambassadors in the room, and I know they share my sentiments. I'd like to present you with this certificate of appreciation as the mayor of Stevens Point. It says, the Ambassadors Club of the Portage County Business Council expresses appreciation to the City of Stevens Point Water and Wastewater Department in recognition of their contribution to the continued growth and prosperity of the Portage County area. So congratulations to you all. There you are. Another one for your office.
Thank you very much. All right, so if I can get all of the key players here step forward, I think we're going to do a ribbon cutting now, right? So let's roll that beautiful bean footage, as they say. Ladies and gentlemen,